update on the dove field. So right here is our sorghum, looking good. And then here's the millet. It's looking really good too. And then into our sunflowers. Those look really good as well.
Hey Joe, up there. Hey Mommy.
There's a good swath of sunflowers out there. Then we've got right here the giants on the end. Ought to be a good year. Alright, so just gave the bucks some limbs already coming up. You ever wondered what a deer's favorite treat is? It's usually some fresh young leaves like that. Alright, when I say they like their limbs, see what I mean? They are coming to get their limbs. You got Vader back there in the back. He's a coming. And then you've got this little buck, you've got baby right here, you've got Candy right there, Spring, number 18, they're all coming up. I did make a mistake a minute ago. I said their favorite snack is leaves, their favorite treat's leaves. You can see that's fairly true, but they like cookies more. So if you ever come visit, go to the dollar store, get you a box of vanilla wafers and bring them, and then this doe right here and then this one right here that's eating will come and take those cookies from you. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so I'm going to show you the boys here. I don't have my normal camera, I've got my phone right now. So qualities may not be as good, but I'll do my best for you. Boy, isn't that a pretty buck. And go over here to this one. He's got a wide stance on him. That one coming up, it's got a good wide rack too, real pretty. Ton of times, hopefully he gets some height on him. Then that little yearling's pretty as well. This one I really want to see what he scores, because he's got some heavy mass. He's got some big long stickers on both sides. Looks like he's going to have some splits maybe. This one's going to be pretty too if he can get some height on those tines. I mean, most people would be excited to see a buck like this come out during season. I mean, not to mention, I mean, he doesn't have the mass that I want, but he's pretty. Look at that. Alright, so I'm going to go to the other pen here in a second, and I'll film Vader and one of the bucks that's in there. Alright, so this is 24. He was sick as a fawn and had a slow start this year. He's not going to be impressive, but he's a real friendly buck. And then let me move you here. Look at this guy. Now he's got a really weird thing going on. I'm not sure what his deal is. Hi, baby. Baby's kissing my belly. But these are both yearlings. So, not too concerned, because they could blow up at 2. Alright, so remember that pink 24 I literally just showed you just a few seconds ago? This one looked exactly like him at 1. And now at 2, he's got a wide rack looking like he's going to be looking like he may be a good 10. He's starting to get some stickers. He'll be low scoring, but he's a pretty buck. And that's my goal. I mean, I know you get paid by score, so let's talk about that for a second. You get paid by score when you sell these bucks as shooters. But if you get these big, trashy, nasty looking bucks that's just got all this extra nonsense everywhere, and they just don't look like a deer, I don't care if it scores 500 inches. It's not what I'm after. I'm after beautiful deer like this guy and like the other ones I've showed you. So let's walk over here and I'll show you Vader. So here's everybody kind of lounging around right now. Vader was right back here a second ago. Well, he must have oh, I did not see him over there. So there he is. So there's Vader today. Hopefully he'll lift his head up for us. There he goes. So sorry about the quality. Like I said, I'm on my cell phone today, not my regular camera. But look at how heavy he is, how big framed he is. Just beautiful buck. Could not be happier with any other buck as a breeder right now. So, and just for reference, he was not born on here. I did buy him from a friend of mine. He came from Big Head Whitetails, but so not grown here on the ranch, but you have to do that. You have to go outside and get genetics outside of what you have. I'll breed with him probably another year or two, and then we'll look for something else to bring in some more genetics. We'll zoom back out, walk over here. Here comes baby again. She's been kissing me and following me around while I've been out here feeding. And there's Candy. So here he comes up. Let's look at him again. I just like how pretty he is. Pretty deer. Beautiful rack. He's gonna have some extras, so he might score a little better than I think he's going to, but we'll see. I mean, I had one last year that we didn't think was gonna be big enough to sell, and I ended up selling him, and he scored in the mid 130s, and I don't think he was quite as big as this guy. So he had taller tines, of course, but we're just now at the end of June. We've still got all of July, August, and they'll do a little bit of growing in September, not very much. So stay with us for the next couple of months and enjoy the deer.